Hari Om. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. Satsang at Satchidananda Ashram, Yogaville. And we have gathering of Sangha right now for Kirtan. Kirtan is a gathering of similar seekers. And we gather to joyfully chant the holy names. This in turn can take us on what's been called the most difficult pilgrimage of about 18 inches from head to heart. Kirtan will guide us into our hearts as we sing unself-consciously, gathering to chant, sing, dance if you like. These are bhakti yoga practices of devotion. We'll begin tonight. If you have the booklet out there, it's page 9. And we'll start with the 3 Oms and a few of those invocations before beginning the call and response portion. Om Shanti. Inhaling for Om. Nityam dhyayanti yoginaha kamadam mokshadam chaiva Om Karaya Namo Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Twameva Mata Cha Pita Twameva Twameva Bandhuscha Saka Twameva Twameva Vidya Dravinam Twameva Twameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram 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 Jaga Guru Param Guru Sat Guru Sham Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Sham Hari Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om Hari Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Om Chid Guru Chindana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om Chid Guru Chingana Guru Chinmaya Guru Om Shivananda 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 Parimam Shivananda 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 Parimam Shivananda 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 Rakshama Shivananda 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 Rakshama Shivananda 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 Pahima Shivananda Shivananda Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Rakshama.
Shivananda, Shivananda, Shivananda Rakshama.
Shivananda Pahimam,
Shivananda Pahimam.
Shivananda Rakshamam,
Shivananda Rakshama.
Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya.
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 Sachidananda,
Sachidananda.
Shivanandaya.
Shivanandaya.
Sachidananda,
Sachidananda.
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 Om Guru Sachidananda.
Om Guru Sachidananda.
Om Guru Sachidananda.
Om Guru Sachidananda.
Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam. Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Sammasara Shiva, Samma Shivam.
Sambasadaya Shiva, Samba Shivam.
Samma Shivam.
Samba Shivam.
Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namah. Om Hara, 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 Hara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namah. Hara, 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 Hara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namah. Om Hara, 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 Hara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shivaya Namah. Hara, 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 Hara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya Namah. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palayamam
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palayamam
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palayamam
Amba Parameshwari Akilandeshwari Adipara Shakti Palayamam
Om Mata Om Mata Om Shri Mata Jagadamba
Om Mata Om Mata Om Shri Mata Jagadamba
Om Mata Om Mata Om Shri Mata Lalitamba
Om Mata Om Mata Om Shri Mata Lalitamba
Om Shri Mata Jagadamba
Om Shri Mata Jagadamba
Lalitamba
Lalitamba
Jagadamba
Jagadamba
Om Ma Om Ma Om Ma Om Ma Om Ma Om Ma
Om Gam Ganapati Namo Namaste.
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 Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati 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 Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati 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 Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati 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 Namo Namaste.
Namo namaste, namo namaste.
Namo Namaste, Namo Namaste.
Namo namaste, namo namaste.
Namo Namaste, Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati 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 Namo Namaste.
Namo namaste, namo namaste.
Namo Namaste, Namo Namaste.
Namo namaste, namo namaste.
Namo Namaste, Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati 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 Namo Namaste.
Namo namaste, 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 Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati Namo Namaste.
Om Gam Ganapati Namo Namaste. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Om Om Hari Om.
Om Om Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Say Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Om Om Hari Om.
Om Om Hari Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om Hari Om.
Hari Om Hari Om.
Hari Om Hari Om.
Hari Om Hari Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om Hari Om. Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om Hari Om. Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om Hari Om. Hari Hari
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Hari Om.
Hari Hari Om.
Hari Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari 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 Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari
When we chant for a long period of time, there is that exquisite time of silence afterwards. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Om Shanti Swamiji.
Blessing to have our brothers and sisters creating such a beautiful vibration. Thank you for making such a soft environment.
Jai Gurudev. Namaste. It's all glory, all glory, all glory. Bye, folks. See you on the other side. Quick, we gotta clean up.
yours. And if you have the yellow sheet, it's on the part with the world. Auspiciousness be unto all, perfect peace be unto all, fullness be unto all, prosperity be unto all, happiness be unto all, perfect health be unto all. May all see good in everyone. May all be free from suffering. Om peace, peace, peace unto all. You may be seated. We had such a lovely Thanksgiving gathering this year. People showed up from all over the county, I think from all over the world. We made new friends, and our beloved cooks filled us with many delights, and we really reflected on that gift for which we are all so thankful of Sri Swami Satchidananda, of the Integral Yoga teachings, and indeed of this ashram. So tonight, Swami Sigurananda has called through our many DVDs with talks of Sri Gurudev, and we will be seeing a portion of one of his satsang talks where he speaks on gratitude, thanksgiving, and charity. Please enjoy the video.
Feeling of devotion on what? Or on who? Because when you say to build devotion, you want to be a devotee. There should be a devoted. Okay. How to build it? Okay. First of all, why do you want to be devoted to that God or person? You should ask yourself. Why? If you have some good reasons, think of it more and more and more. Devotion to God means yes. Why? Not for anything, because God deserves my devotion. But he seemed to be getting it because he is giving a lot. I got so much from God, and I'm getting every minute. My breath is given by him. My food is given by him. My body has been given by him. My thought is given by him. My answers are given by him. I'm getting everything. So I'm grateful. If you people are sitting there and admiring what I say, God is making this possible. Because he is giving all these answers through me, I'm getting this attention, admiration. Not for anything else. Some say you are beautiful. All right. God made me beautiful, maybe. Some say, I love your beard. God gave that beard to me. I'm grateful to God. Many people don't have this kind of beard. So I'm grateful. Think of all the benefits that you are getting. Think of all the nice things that you are getting. The more you think of, my God, how many things he has given me and how much he is giving me. For years, several years, I didn't even worry about thinking of it. I was not even grateful. But he was still continuously giving me. He never got tired of giving me. Then you begin to feel, my God, I should be always grateful. God, thank you. That's the way you develop your devotion. Think of the benefits that you get. Even friend, for example. Think of all the nice things that you got from your friend. Think of the nice things. It's not always you get nice things. Sometimes you get things that you don't like. But if you are really that understanding person, even the other things also you would be grateful for. God, because you did that to me, I know that that's what I shouldn't be doing to others. Even from there you get a lesson. Because you didn't like that, that means I should not give the same to others. What you would want to be done, you do it to others. What you don't want for yourself, don't give it to others. So how am I to know something is not good for me unless somebody gives me that? So somebody gives me a good scolding. I say, oh boy, I don't like it, scolding. Oh, I see. So when somebody scolds me, I don't like it. That means I should not scold somebody. That somebody is teaching me how I would feel when some scolding comes to me. And then from that I take a lesson. Well, I should not give it to others. So if you have that kind of understanding, you take a lesson from everything. Not always nice things happening. Even terrible things happening, you take a good lesson from that. And you are grateful for that also. And so the more you think of, the more you are grateful. Gratefulness and devotion go together. You cannot just be devoted to somebody without being grateful. It's very hard. Think of always the nice things. It's not that's a small song or something. God gave me the eyes to see. God gave me the hands to do this. Something like that. If there is little children's poetry like that. With two little hands I do this. With two little eyes I do this. Something. No? In South India there is in Thevaram, I think, one of the saying, Kangal Kanmingalo, Kadal Nanjunda Kandandanai, Kangal Kanmingalo, Sevigal Kanmingalo. Oh, my dear ears, don't you listen to his praise? Oh, my eyes, don't you see his beauty? So all those things he gave so that we can see the beauty. We can hear the nice things. We can smell the nice fragrance. He gave the nose. He gave the eyes. He gave the hands. He gave the ears. If he has not given you curly hair, you won't have it. You may say, oh, I use that electric curler. But he gave the electric curler at least. Maybe he forgot to give you the curly hair, so later on he made an electric curler for you. Or he thought that's good for you, the long, plain, simple hair, but you didn't like it. All right, he gave it curly hair. Curler. So you can be grateful for everything. There's no limit for that. But unfortunately, our human tendency is to forget the nice things that we got, but to remember the undesirable things. Even one day if I had done something terrible to you, you will remember that throughout years, and you will forget all the nice things I have done to you. That comes to the top. That's the nature, human tendency. Every time you ask for a little money, a loan, your friend would have given you, all right, take $100, $20, $50. One day you were really in need of money, you went and asked him, and he probably didn't have money. And he said, sorry, I can't give you, I don't have money. You become furious. You forget all that nice help you got from that person. How dare, can't you just give me $10 at least? I don't want to see you anymore. Hundreds of nice things are forgotten because one day you didn't get what you want. Whereas one day you throw a biscuit, the next day you give a kick, still the dog will wag its tail at you. It will remember the biscuit and not the kick. You know that? That's what? For gratefulness, dog excels. That's why many saints used to say that. God, I'm not even a dog. I'm so ungrateful. Dog knows its master. Yes, in Ceylon I had a dog. It knows even the sound of my horn. A mile away I will honk my horn, the dog will immediately, and people will say, oh, Swamiji is coming. They would not even recognize the horn because the many cars go on the road. But the dog will know immediately. Just by the smelling your hanky, he will know where you are. Compare that quality of dog and our quality. How ungrateful we are sometimes. Yes. Okay.
There's a line in the book of Psalms that says, enter his courts with praise, enter his gates with thanksgiving.
Praise and thanksgiving, yes.
Lead us into a nice place.
That's what. And where is his place? The whole world.
Sometimes we can feel it more when we're feeling grateful.
Enter into his place. And if you see his place is everywhere, omnipresent, every minute you are in praise, you are grateful, you are thankful. That's what. For thankfulness, there's no end. We are thankful to many, many things and many people. Forget about God. Who knows where God is and what he is. To people. How much thankful we should be to people. Even when I think of you people, how much thankful I am to you people. If you are not here, all of you, I wouldn't be here today. What am I doing here then? Without you people. Who made me stay here? You people. Our things, people, our cats and dogs, our little babies. There's no end. If you really want to be thankful, you can be thankful to your own rug and the room. Your broomstick that keeps your vacuum clean, that keeps your room clean. Your hairbrush that keeps your hair clean. Your toothbrush. Do you ever thank your toothbrush? No. It's a silly thing you may say. But when I take my toothbrush, I say thank you. You squeeze your toothpaste. Do you ever thank your tube? No. That gets squeezed. Without that, you can't have McLean. Yeah. Every little thing, a safety pin, you have to be thankful. A stitch at the right time, you have to be thankful to that stitch. That's what one should live the life of thanksgiving. Hey, I'm surprised that here again I have to be thankful to you people, because a month back, is Devi here? No, okay. I'm also a sort of a, I don't know how you call it, a board member or... Devi, what am I in the Thanksgiving Square dollars?
Oh, you're a fellow of World Thanksgiving.
I'm a fellow of World Thanksgiving. Okay. She remembers all those titles. Yeah, I'm a fellow of World Thanksgiving. Who are all the other fellows, important fellows there?
A few different cardinals and different people, religious leaders and diplomats, dignitaries. Like Cardinal Koenig is. And on the two people who were actually instrumental in founding All Thanksgiving Square Foundation was former President Ford and former First Lady Lady Bird Johnson.
Johnson. They didn't mention my name because I was also instrumental. Thanksgiving Square dollars. But again, I should be thankful to two people, Bhishman and another person, who brought me to... Those are the two people first were the cause for the dollars IYI. And because of them, I came to know some of these people who were planning the Thanksgiving Square. And they wanted me to come and talk to them, give some ideas. It was some 10 years before, just the beginning of the Thanksgiving Square idea. So recently, they sent me a form to say something about Thanksgiving. I didn't know what to say. And I simply wrote a line and say, we should be thankful to God for all the gifts or something like that, and mailed it. But here I'm giving a big lecture about Thanksgiving. True, he would certainly, Stewart would love that. And why? Why couldn't I get those ideas there when I wanted to write? And why am I getting all these ideas now? You. You are the people who are digging it out. That's why I'm not simply being humble or unnecessarily giving you the credit. Even Bhagavad Gita. The people, the readers of Bhagavad Gita thank Arjuna, not Krishna. Why? Because Arjuna asked for it, Krishna said all these things. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said anything. That's what. So Arjuna became the calf. Upanishads were the milking cows. Krishna was only the milker. He milked it for the calf. If the calf were not there, he wouldn't have milked it. Like that, you were there. Probably you were digging it, getting it from me. You make me think and say, and I get the thoughts, I pass it to you. So even the thoughts about thankfulness, being thankfulness, comes because of you people, and I should be thankful to you people. See, in how many ways? Even a baby's face, you walk around, you just see a baby's face. Immediately you forget all the worries, you smile, stop a minute and smile at the baby. Should you be thankful to that little baby? And the one who gave that baby to the mother? That's what, there's no end. If we are not that grateful, and thankful, we become debtors. So our whole life is filled with that kind of gifts. We came totally naked, without anything. Everything was given from the nature. And the nature doesn't expect anything in return. It's our duty to be thankful. And that's all we can give. When an apple tree gives you a fruit, you're not going to give a banana in return. At least be thankful. When rain pours, you get rain. So should you send a bucket of water to the rain? You cannot. All you can do is thank God for the rain. Thank God for the sun. At least that way you pay your debts back. That's why sometimes even the people around come to the ashram or the organization, stay sometime, and over a trifling thing they may drop the whole thing and go. It doesn't matter, but at least let them be thankful for what they got. Otherwise they are going as debtors. They might have gotten a lot of nice benefits by being around here. One day probably they didn't get a proper food what they wanted, or a proper comfort, or an overlook room to live. But remember where you would be if you hadn't come here. Where were you? How did you get picked? Think of all that. People should live with that kind of gratefulness. Gratitude is one of the great quality. It's not that charity to be grateful. Nobody needs your gratitude. Not that they are looking for, they are asking for it. But if you don't give it, you become a debtor. The other day, someone was asking me, being involved in this organization since so many years, now I have my own business or family or something. I wanted to give some sort of monthly contribution, tithing like, but unfortunately my earning is very limited, hand to mouth, not even enough to pay the bills. What should I do? But I want to do. Then I advised that person. I know even if you cannot pay your bill, think that this is a bigger bill. Other bills may probably stop their giving. This bill, if you don't pay, you'll become a bigger debtor. God has given you all this. God's share should never be stopped.
what we see here in this room is a small speck of what Sri Gurudev has given to us. I think our speaker this evening can attest to, in the early days, we didn't have very plush accommodations for our meetings and our retreats, and we spent more time outside in the cold than inside in a warm, tucky room like this with a soft carpet. But everyone who came saw that great light emanating from Sri Swami Satchidananda and wanted in some way to stay there, to be there, to stay close, to be warmed, to have that light burning within themselves. And so from that gratitude, people stayed, and they found little ways to try and make the world and the integral yoga environments better for the next group of people coming through, and better and better. And over the years, this is what has evolved. And the folks who came here in the late 70s and the early 80s can attest to the fact there was nothing here. There was one house that you couldn't even get water out of the spigots the day that they pulled in. But everybody came and cut down trees and bulldozed and made ponds and built buildings and did all kinds of things because of our gratitude to Sri Gurudev, because he was the leading force. He was the one who would get us up in the morning and say, let's go. And so this beautiful, beautiful ashram is an example of his selfless service. And for that, I think we all can be so grateful here tonight to have this lovely warm room on such a cold night, to gather together and hear his inspiring words and the inspiring words of his devotees. And tonight, we are very fortunate to have one of those long time, I'll do whatever it takes, devotee with us. And that is my beloved brother, the Reverend Siva, as we know him, and as his interfaith devotees know him, the Reverend Stephen Longfellow Fiske. Siva had his first encounter with Sri Gurudev at a retreat, and he had no idea what he was walking into, and it was a silent retreat, wasn't it? 10-day? And there he was in the mountains of Santa Cruz doing all of these. He didn't know yoga postures, any of these things. He was a great devotee of basketball coming from New York, and he somehow ended up in hippie land in California with his beautiful wife and was drawn to Sri Gurudev's teachings and energy, and he's never left since. He's branched out in many ways. He has many gifts and talents, and he's used those over the decades to share the yogic teachings in his own unique way. One thing to be aware of, which if you've ever been to an evening with Siva, is that indeed he is an award-winning singer, songwriter, guitarist, author. It's a beautiful little book, and I went on the internet tonight and looked at Shiva's book. It's entitled The Art of Peace, and it's a series of meditations and stories about peace. And Siva has really dedicated his life to the welfare of this environment and to world peace. And I think that starts because that peace is something that he and Uma established in their marriage. They loved each other, and they, as all couples, when you grow together, you rub and scrub a bit here, But he said the thing that's always kept them together is that love, which has led to that peace, which has enabled them to have good discrimination and choose the best things for their children, for their communities, and for the ways that they served throughout this world. Shiva, in addition to all of these beautiful talents and skills, performed not only through this integral organization, but he really was drawn to the interfaith movement, and he performed often with Sri Gurudev's brother monks, Swami Vishnu Devanandaji at his ashram in Canada and also down in the Bahamas, the great Swami Chidanandaji Maharaj, who was the leader of the Rishikesh ashram of Master Shivananda, the Divine Life Society, immediately following the passing of Master Shivananda. Swami Chidananda somehow was so adoring of Shiva that he ended up at Shiva's birthday party in their backyard and at their house in Venice. I just remember running after Divyananda and saying, she's going, run, we got to go. They're having a party, and Swami Chidananda's going to be there. And there he was. And so Shiva's accomplishments have really touched many of Gurudev's brother monks. But one thing that you may not know about Shiva is that he is an ordained interfaith minister. He was involved with the great Reverend Leland Stewart, who was a Unitarian Universalist minister. And Reverend Stewart was so called to the interfaith movement that he started his own movement, foundation, and called Unity in Diversity World Council. And through that, he saw Shiva came to many events, and Reverend Stewart said, you too should be an interfaith minister. And so in 2011, he was ordained into that interfaith tradition. So with all of his gifts and talents, he is now going to share with us the calling of peace. Shiva.
I'm going to be called to move the chairs.
Okay.
Excuse me just a moment while we move some things. I don't want to be so far away. Thank you. Thank you.
Does this work here?
That's fine. Good evening, everybody. Boom. Hari Om. Touch that. Are we open? Are we working? Hello, hello. And how are you tonight? You can sing your answer. So I'm going to start out with a song. I grew up in a house of music. My mother was an opera singer in New York City, and she sang with different opera companies. She taught music and voice from our home, and she was always singing. And at Christmas time, she would lead the carols, and everybody came over to our house, and we'd all be singing together. And I love people singing together. And then during the Civil Rights Movement, everybody was singing the folk songs and the songs of peace and justice. And I love that. I love people singing together for a righteous cause, for good cause. And so I learned to play the guitar. I watched where people were putting their fingers and wound up being a songwriter and a singer. So I'm going to sing you a song that it's called There Is a Calling. my life. I've been searching, reaching out for something to hold on to and be for certain. To have my dreams and trials, my joy and my pain come clean in the sunlight, be washed in the rain. Oh, be washed in the rain. It all adds up, fills up the cup. Deeper and deeper goes the seeker. Deep in my soul, there's a calling. Deep in my soul, there's a calling. Calling to the light, shining in the dark, to faith that never falters, new vision through all that's stark, to love that's never broken, to wisdom unconcealed, understanding and forgiveness, truth revealed. Oh, truth revealed. It all adds up, fills up the cup. Deeper and deeper goes the seeker. Deep in my soul, there's a calling. Oh, deep in my soul, there's a calling. There's a calling, Spirit divine. Spirit is calling, not my will but thine. Oh, there's a calling, yes, there's a calling. Calling to kindness, calling to justice, calling to goodness, to serve, love, give, purify, meditate, realize, do good, be kind, and be compassionate. Oh, there's a calling. My soul, there's a calling. Deep in my soul, there's a calling. Spirit divine, Spirit is calling. Not my will but thine. Not my will but thine. Surrender, surrender, surrender. sing it with me, please. Surrender. 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 Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sri Gurudev, Om Om Om. I would come and play here, and he'd be sitting there, and I'd feel real nervous. But once I started singing, and I felt his love and his energy, I got some notes here. I got a few words to say. What is a calling? Anybody have an idea what a calling is? Well, I think it starts here in the heart. You just get that feeling that you want to do something, you want to accomplish something, you want to follow a path that will lead you to betterment, uplift your soul, uplift your heart, bring you deeper to love, bring you deeper to kindness and all those good things I was just singing about, bring you closer to gratefulness, call to being grateful, to be thankful for the many gifts that we have. So we open into this spiritual path, and I didn't know anything about spiritual path. My mother was a singer, and music filled my heart. There was music in my home all the time, and music was the first calling I think I felt. I was called to music. As I said, I love people singing, but during the civil rights movement, where I learned to play guitar and sing songs of freedom, the songs of justice, the songs of social concern for the well-being of people who were not being treated well at all. And those songs were just called to me. They spoke to me. I had wokeness, that, hey, there was something wrong in this country, and we needed to address it, and we needed to sing it out. And the song was such a powerful part of the movement of civil rights. So I was very interested in what Martin Luther King was doing with his nonviolent tactics for social change. Nonviolent was a new idea to me, and I grew up in New York City, and it tends to be, you got gangs, you got kids fighting in the schoolyard, you got and there were wars that had been happening and so much going on. But nonviolence was a different direction, and it intrigued me. So I felt my curiosity was aroused. I felt, okay, I like Martin Luther King. I like what he's talking about. I love the music. I love the songs of freedom. And so I got a little deeper into following Martin Luther King. I was there. I went on marches. I was there in 1963 for the Great March on Washington when Martin Luther King gave the I Have a Dream speech. And my life was never the same after that. Never the same. And there was music everywhere on that march. Everywhere. People were marching, they were singing, they were chanting. Peter, Paul, and Mary were there. Bob Dylan, Joan Baez was there. Marian Anderson was there. There's so much wonderful music. And that day just called me to be involved in doing something to make the world a better place. And then one day, I found myself at a retreat with Swami Satchidananda. As Swami Priyananda mentioned, I knew nothing about yoga. But I was called to this retreat. I just had to go. I'd been in a rock and roll band, and I was the lead singer, and we were playing songs like, "Everybody Turn On," songs like that. And then I went to this retreat, and Swami Satchidananda said, yoga is not a religion. It's a way to balance, to come to balance and integrate with good health, body, mind, and spirit. Integrate in good health, body, mind, and spirit. That appealed to me because I was not a religious guy. I wasn't really wanting to follow a guru or be involved in any religion. He said, do these practices and you'll see for yourself. You will experience yourself. So I said, okay, I'll do these practices. And for 10 days, I was at a retreat in total silence, observing mauna, total silence. I took my first classes from Swami Karunanandama. She was my first yoga teacher. And so I left that retreat feeling, oh boy, I got yoga. I'm yogified. And I came home wearing yoga whites and my initiation beads. And I said to my now wife, but at those days, she was my old lady. We called the girls that we were attached with old ladies. And I said to her, we're going to do yoga. This is a great thing. And she said, I hope it's good because I'm pregnant. And it was the best thing because within the Yoga Sangha were several couples with child. And they were seeing a yoga midwife who was teaching natural childbirth, home births. Nobody was doing home births in 1972, 71, 72. But we found one doctor who was. And so we followed that. That was a blessing. Something to be really thankful for. He talks about gratitude. Wow, my goodness. We knew nothing about being pregnant. We knew nothing about having children. We knew nothing about care after birth, after childbirth. We knew nothing about breastfeeding. And all of this was new because I found myself at a retreat with Swami Satchidananda. And then I jumped into every course I could possibly take in integral yoga. I wanted to know. I was called to this, okay? And so the first thing is you have some curiosity. I was interested in nonviolence. Then I followed Martin Luther King. Then I learned something about Gandhi and ahimsa, nonviolence, satyagraha, soul force, truth force. And then I met Swami Satchidananda. So one step led after another. And boy, was I grateful for that. I was so grateful, and to this day, I'm so grateful. Swamiji always used to talk about the wheat. When the wheat reaches its fullness, it bows its head, right? In humbleness, it's full. So it's not about the ego. Gurudev always used to say, ego. It's not about ego. It's about fullness, and it's about being humble before the wonderful gifts that God has provided for all of us. So we became yogified. My old lady later on became my wife. We weren't married at first. He said, I arrived in California with my wife. Well, she was my girlfriend. And then we were married with Swami Satchidananda presiding over a marriage with 7 other couples at a place that was at that time called Yogaville West, up in Lake County at Ziegler Springs. And I had been involved in performing and arranging a fundraiser to raise funds at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco, to raise funds for Yogaville West and for Yogaville's. And I was with Swami Satchidananda when he was dreaming up Lotus Temple in Yogaville and creating a village where people would live together and stay together in the spirit of yoga, To me, that was a powerful vision. It was a powerful dream. And I could feel his creative energies just churning. He was envisioning it. He was seeing it. He was drawing up blueprints in his beautiful mind. And I was with him at that time. I was performing at lots of lectures that he was giving all over mostly in California. And I treasure those moments. I was just a kid learning everything. And later on, we had children. We had 3 children, all born in a natural childbirth with no drugs, no nothing. My wife was amazing in following the yogic teachings and preparing herself for giving birth and motherhood. She's the ultimate mother, Uma, Earth Mother. So I am so grateful for that. So Swamiji always had a sense of humor. He was always making puns, as you could see, and bringing people to laugh. So I was thinking about going to yoga retreats and reciting mantras. And once I liked football and beer. Now I ponder who I'm here, why I'm here. Many ashrams I have entered. Calm and peaceful I've been centered. Every guru has told me, Om Namo Banana Tofuri Yodu, you be walking the path of a yogi, be doing your sadhana, be dishing your sadhana, be this, be that, be thou, be thee, oy vey. I am is who I be. I am who I be. Thou art who you be. We are all who we be. We can have fun with yoga. It shouldn't be a drudgery. Meditation shouldn't be a task where you're sitting and working hard, really hard to stop those thoughts. Be relaxed, breathe, and know that every breath is God's gift. Every breath is God's presence. Every breath is the intake of God's love coming to us in every breath and every heartbeat. And that's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. So when you feel that calling, there comes an inner impulse, a stirring in the soul, a kind of divine disturbance, if you will, a challenge of the heart, a longing for the sacred, a deeper quest, an investigation of the status quo, a deeper, deeper, and deeper calling that you keep finding step after step after step. Deep in my soul, there's a calling. There's a calling. And that calling is to the balance that you learn from yoga. And the balance that you know is peace in your heart. It's that peace that calls to us. And peace is not like, getting a punch in the face or having a bomb dropped or having war. They say, we're making war, we're making bombs to make peace. How crazy can that be? How absolutely crazy can that be? There is a peace that's inherent in every breath, in every heartbeat, in the songs that you hear, in the wind, in the trees, in the interconnectedness of everything in nature and everything in our own bodies. The liver doesn't say to the heart, hey, liver, or hey, heart, I don't like you. I don't like the color of your skin. I don't like your politics. I don't like your religion. I don't like your culture. I don't like your parents. I don't like where you come from. It doesn't say that. They just work together. They just work together to be whole. And nature's just like that. We live in the forest here. And you walk in the forest, and there's all kinds of trees, right? There's poplar trees and pine trees and oak trees and beech trees, maple trees, all kinds of trees and all kinds of shrubs growing around in the forest. And they all draw their sustenance from the soil and from the rain and from the sun and from everything that God has given. That's the key to knowing peace, is realizing that we are interconnected with all things. So it seems that this world has such a hard time understanding that. Gurudev always talked about the oneness, and the oneness is the fundamental teaching of Vedanta, that God is not separate from the individual. God and the individual are already one. We are already blessed with divine presence here and now. And all these saints that are in this room and Gurudev's divine presence is a testament to that. And your presence here is a testament to that. It's a gift. It's a gift. But can we really know peace in this world of distress? Is peace just a poet's wish that the poet addresses? Be sure, be steady in the power of peace. Let the power of peace within you increase. While the world swirls around you in turmoil and strife, draw deeply each breath of the blessing of life. Drink deep from that well that heals and renews what seems so hard to find, so easy to lose. Draw forth the power, the strength to persevere, to stand in the truth, to step through the fear, to know without doubt, steadfast without sway, that war is no answer, that peace is the way. Be wise to the madness of the war maker's worldview. Forgive them their trespasses. They know not what they do. Be wise, based in love, a nonviolent will, true to the commandment, thou shalt not kill. When the war winds have died and destiny is still, the battlefield is still, give thanks. Give thanks for this blessing that calls to our will, to open your heart, open your love, open windows, open doors, open ceilings, open floors, open skies, open eyes. See peace realized. Now is the time to let your light shine, to be steady and to be sure in the power of peace. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much. One of the great paths of sharing peace is when people step forward and dedicate themselves to taking whatever spiritual path they believe is right for them and training in the teachings of that path, and then preparing them to share those teachings with others. And we in Integral Yoga are very fortunate that such an event has just occurred. And I would like to invite the Reverend Lakshmi Barsal forward to share the gift that we have just been given.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Shiv. That was beautiful, beautiful, lovely talk. It was like being just showered by poetry and just this heartfelt love that you've been extending all these years. So I'm here as a representative of the Integral Yoga Ministry. And the Integral Yoga Ministry, for those of you who might not know, is an integral yoga order for householders. And especially if people come forward throughout the years who are studying integral yoga and they want to go deeper into the teachings. They want to go deeper or serve deeper and be more available in their service. And so we have people come forward and ask to join our order. And to do that, they have to go through a certain amount of teaching, interacting with a mentor. They have to learn particular things, learn how to do a puja. And then, when they're ready, we ordain them into our ministry. And just this last Saturday, Reverend Santoshi Lisa Castro was ordained into our ministry as our new minister. And so she's ready, so you can ask her to come forward and serve in whatever way seems appropriate. Thank you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Seeing any announcements for upcoming events? Well, as delightful as Reverend Lakshmi is, she also has a counterpart who's equally delightful, and that's Reverend Paraman Varcel, and he will be our satsang speaker next week. So I hope you can be with us, and if you can't, please join us by way of Vimeo. Tune in and see satsang through the streaming in Vimeo or through your YouTube channels. And it will be a delightful satsang, I'm sure. Also, tomorrow morning, we will be having a puja at Chidambaram, and everyone is welcome to attend that service of devotion, which will begin at 8 o'clock. And now, and to remind you that all of the Jayanti and celebrations are underway, preparations, so please mark your calendars for the 20th of this month, when we will have our Jayanti celebration. Oh, no, that's right. This is November. We have one more day in November. Thank you. My school teacher here is keeping me well educated. Thank you, Uma. So yes, in December the 20th is when we will be having our Jayanti celebration. Okay. Now we are, as Shiva has instructed us to go deeper into peace, we are going to do that through the light. And we will be having an offering of light and called an Arati. And the large light on the stage will represent that divine cosmic light, and each of us will represent that inner light which we carry with us. So you're invited to stand as we do the Jyoti chant, which is on the back side of your yellow sheet. And then the light will be offered out in the room, first to the saints and sages, and then to our great teachers, and then the Pujari will bend and offer the light to each of us. And if you would like, you can draw it toward you and feel like you're bathing yourself in that light of peace. Om Jyoti 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 Swayam, Jyoti 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 Param, Jyoti 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 Aru, Jyoti 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 Shivam, Vama Jyoti Soma Jyoti Vana Jyoti Jnana Jyoti, Mahajyoti Yoga Jyoti Vata Jyoti Nada Jyoti, Ema Jyoti Vyoma Jyoti Eru Jyoti Viru Jyoti, Eka Jyoti Eka Jyoti Eka Jyoti Jyoti E. Light, O light of self-effulgence, light, O light of absoluteness, light, O light of gracefulness, light, O light of auspiciousness, light of Shiva, light of moon, light divine, light of wisdom, light of heaven, light of yoga, light of wind, light of sound, light, delight, light of water, rising light, vital light, the only light, the only light, give us light, O light of light. Closing prayers. Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Lead us from unreal to real, lead us from darkness to the light, lead us from the fear of death to knowledge of immortality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinalvatitamastu Ma Vidvishabhai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May God protect us, grant us wisdom's fruit. May we gain energy to know the truth. May our intellects grow clear and bright. May we cherish no ill feeling toward anyone. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light, and may the light of truth overcome all the darkness. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki. Jai. Thank you, Fiske family. Thank you, all of the devotees who gathered here tonight. We appreciate your loving attention and your presence, and we hope to see you tomorrow morning at puja or in the hatha classes and meditation. And when you have, on your way out, if you could fold